is going on, everybody? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are around the world. What is going on? All right, so today let's talk about a few things. All right, so the main thing I want to talk about is we need good entertainment, and of course, seeing and hearing what fans are saying about we will get into these things and go ahead and post your comments down below. And of course, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. And let's keep growing and let's keep going. All right. So, look, you like, whether it's comic books, movies, 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 whatever it is, like I get a lot of people take these things a little too serious and they let them, you know, consume them in the sense where it's like it's only a hobby, it's only entertainment, So we just want to have fun and enjoy good content. Whatever it is that you enjoy, just enjoy it, and stop taking things so personal. If somebody disagrees with your opinion, because in the end, we're all entitled to our opinions, but don't come here and talking about because you don't like and you don't see my point of view. You get what I know? We just need good entertainment, and of course, seeing and hearing what fans are saying about Venom 3. This is actually interesting because hopefully things are shifting, and of course, there's still if you're into those type of movies or entertainment, just enjoy it for what it is. And when it all comes down to it, like I said, this is all just a hobby. It's not serious. We just have to take it for what it is. It stands on three legs. And why do I say three legs? Because it's just showing that we have, and like I've been calling it for a while, the future is going to be all about independent creators in the sense of everything is going to be streamlined. Everything is going to be for that. Apparently, I lost connection, so I'm not sure where you guys left off. But what I'm talking about this whole industry is that we need good entertainment, and when it all comes down to it, that's why you see all these movies that are tanking and flopping, just because they're not giving good entertainment. When you have underground films and you have underground projects, whether it's a video game, it's a comic, whether it's a big movie like we're seeing right now with Terrifier 3, this is an underground production, and it's surpassing all these mainstream outlets in the sense of it's outperforming WB, it's outperforming Warner. I mean, Marvel, it's outperforming all these big companies, Sony's and stuff like that. Who would have thought that Terrifier 3 was going to surpass and beat Joker 2? I mean, that's a big shock. And just like that, we also be having video game companies that they put out video games and they do very well. And this is why you have big companies that are salty, and in the end they don't like that because again, the future is going to be all about indie creators. If you have a brand, if you have a product or whatever it is, most of the time All of these products that come out are by somebody that's independent. And then you have, of course, typical corporate that wants to come and buy out the idea because, of course, they could fund it. Excuse me. They could fund it and they could back it up financially. And that's understandable. It makes sense. You can do that. But when it comes down to this, we just need good type of entertainment. That doesn't matter what type of genre or what it is that you like. You just have to enjoy it, but at the same time, you can also be selective. Because look, I'm a DC fan, and just because I'm a DC fan doesn't mean that I'm going to support everything. The same thing with Marvel, same thing with video games, same thing with anime, same thing with comic books. You get what I'm saying? We're all going to enjoy and pick what drags and gets our attention. And if it's something that really catches your eye, that's what you have to go out and support, regardless what it is. But of course, it's if it's something that you truly enjoy and you really want. I mean, because when it comes down to it, I mean, we're all in this for one reason: good entertainment. We don't want to watch shows, movies, or whatever it is, and they're trying to give you and just put a message in it. No, we're just trying to see good entertainment that you're going to forget about reality and you're just going to, you know, go into that universe on whatever it is that they're trying to give you. Like I said, whether it's a comic, whether it's a video game, whether it's a whatever genre that you're into. I mean, you just want good content. And that's, I think, what the problem is with this industry lately, that they've kind of lost the eyesight at the end of the tunnel where what does the fan and the consumer want? They just want good entertainment. That's it. People want to be entertained for that hour and a half, 2, 3 hours that you're going to put whatever it is that you put in, if you put in a movie or whatever type of entertainment. And the same thing with video games. Most of the times, video games nowadays, and what's hurting them is the DLC stuff. It's like, why do you want to buy a product and then you have to pay to get more product? I mean, just put out the final product and just include it like they used to do back in the days. And I get it. As a business standpoint, you have to make money. But come on, if you're going to put out a product and you're going to give it to us for a certain price and then charge us because you're only selling us half of a game or whatever it is, people don't want that. That's just for the video game industry. The same thing comes with the movies. When it comes to the movies, people just want to be entertained with good quality films. And how do you give them? You got to cater to the fan in what sells and what doesn't sell. And when it comes to what they're giving us now, not everything is enjoyable. And you can see it. The box office doesn't lie. Those numbers do not lie. And when you see what's working, what's not working, that's what should send a message to the studios, whichever company it is. Hey, this is what your fans enjoy and this is what they're not. And of course, with the merchandise that they sell and the profits that come from that, it speaks in high volumes. Hey, look, this is working. This is what the mainstream audience wants, and this is what they don't want. And just kind of trim what's unnecessary and just stay with what's really working. When you have your fan bash, I mean, when you have your fans bashing at you and telling you, hey, we don't want this. Perfect example we saw was with Sonic. When Sonic was first released in the trailer and we saw it from what Paramount Pictures gave us, we all came together as fans and we're like, yeah, that's not my Sonic, honestly. And all that backlash went back to the studio. So what did they do? They went back to the drawing board and they're like, you know what? We're going to delay it and we're going to do it right. And look, now we're 3 movies in, and it's awesome because they got the characters right, they got the voice right, they went and listened to the fan. And when you listen and pay attention to your consumer, that's what you get. You get a good product and you get the support from your audience because now more people are going to want to come and they're going to want to support it. That's the good thing about all this stuff. That's the good thing about all this stuff. Topic that we need good entertainment. This is why I'm also working on my own comic book. And like, I've been posting pictures, like if you've been following me for a while, you already know what's up, that I've been posting and sharing with y'all. And I have to tell you, I am wrapping up issue 1. I'm surprised, honestly. Because it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of work that goes behind trying to make a comic book. Now, you might say the title is still unknown, but I do have a goal to be a good comic book artist. And that's what I'm working on. And not me. I have good connection, everything on my end. It's just the app that's acting up right now. All right. So look, like I said, on this comic book that I'm working, right, it's still unknown with the title, but I already have two names. I won't say what they are, but everything is already finalizing. Pretty much the story already is ready to go. The characters, the main characters that I'm bringing into the story, because I'm not going to be rushing anything. I'm just going to be putting out some good content for you as the consumer and the fan to be able to interact with what's starting off and what's kicking off with this universe. All right. It will be R rated in the sense that it's pretty much going to be for like mature audiences, in the sense where like there's going to be strong language, there's going to be some strong scenes, but mainly it's going to be, with action and stuff. It's about like, I don't want to say it's about superheroes because it's not really going to be focused on that, but it does have the main character that he's, pretty much like an anti-hero, and he has to do what's necessary for whatever situation. And things are going to get down, and as the story unfolds, you will see why and stuff like that with the story. Now, I am going to be working on issue 2 while I'm working on issue 1, so it could be just back to back and stuff like that, so it can give you guys the experience of where and what this is heading into, because this is going to be building to something nice, and like I said, I'm not going to say too much about it, but I am letting you guys know that it's already done. Issue 1, it's good to go. I will be putting soon the links, so everybody, whoever wants to fund it and help out with it and whatever it is that we need for it, so we can get it ASAP. And of course, it will be physical and there will be digital copies. So, I'm looking out for both sides. So for everybody that whichever one is the one that you enjoy, then you can back it up, and I'm hoping to get everybody support on that stuff. And again, this all falls under good entertainment, because in these comics that I'm going to be putting, I do not, let me repeat that, I do not plan on putting no SJW content, no type of nonsense with no message about it. It's just good old fashioned entertainment where the viewers are able to sit back, get into their imagination, and see everything that's taking place in each scene during this comic is going on. But at the same time, it's going to be opening the doors to more in the story, the lore, the backgrounds, the possibilities that can come, and it's going to expand much more without being rushed. Because that's the problem with the entertainment industry today. Everything is being rushed. When you have a music artist, what do they tend to do? Rush their album. When you have all these comics, what do? Rush their products. And the same thing is happening with these movies. This is why these movies are tanking, and you can feel the effect. And it shouldn't be like that, especially when you know what your consumer and your customer and your fan wants. You have to give that to them, because in the end, it's the fans that are backing it up, and they're the ones that are there since day one supporting it. That's why, to me, it's very important. That's why I ask you guys your feedback. What do you think? Like, drop your comments, whatever, because I want to know what each and every one is asking for. I get it, it's not going to please everybody, but for the most part, it's going to give you something where, like, hey, that person took consideration, and they're like, you know what, they're trying to throw it into the story or trying to add it so it can be much more entertaining, because of course you have to get feedback from your audience. And that's another thing too that these industries are not doing. When you have DC, you have Marvel, you have Sony, and the list continues, and then you have video game companies like EA, Capcom, the list continues. When they keep getting asked the same questions by their fans, what about this? And what about that? And they're ignored. Obviously, you're turning that fan base away. There's so many genres in this industry for whatever it is that you like, from video games to movies to comics to manga to everything, books, all that stuff. Now, if you have certain writers that are like, you know what, we're done with the story. All right, cool. That's understandable. Like we just saw recently, the creator from My Hero Academia, they straight up ended the story. I think back in August, September, something like that. And it's still happening now because people are still asking for it. It looks like they're bringing it back. So it's like, why would you end it and all of a sudden you're bringing it back just because you see that people want it? Why would you stop it? You should just continue and keep going. You should just do how they're doing right now with One Piece. Apparently, the creators of One Piece and the team and stuff like that, they're stopping for the moment. They're taking a break. And that's understandable because all of these things, when it comes to whatever it is in this entertainment business, it takes a toll on you. And one thing you have to remember as a creator, right? It doesn't matter what type of content you're doing, you have to take some time and relax. You have to. because if you don't, all of this work, it just is too much. And then you're forced to try to make a universe or a world or something, and you're not really 100% giving it. So you're like semi there, but at the same time, you're not, you know? And then, of course, we have writer's block where sometimes we want to draw, we want to write, we just don't know what to. And it's cinematic level. This is why these movies take so long to make, because sometimes it takes about a year to write the script, probably 8 months or so, a year to film it, sometimes less. It depends on the budget and stuff. And then you have another year to work with to promote it and to get it ready, you know, in post production and everything. So you're looking at least like about 3 years of work and things that are taking place behind the scenes until we actually get a release of a movie. And now imagine a video game that takes even longer. You know, look at, for example, right now, how long have we been waiting to the ones that play Grand Theft Auto? Grand Theft Auto 6 has been in development for what, like 10 years already? And we know at the end it's going to be a good product, but a lot of people get impatient. But these things take time. And the same thing when it comes to what Marvel is doing. Marvel has been doing a fantastic job. And what they did with the first MCU universe, if you want to say, when it all came down to everything and it ended at Endgame, they wrapped it up nice. But they've been struggling right after Endgame. And one of their main things is they took out Iron Man. How do you take out Iron Man? That's your biggest character in this universe. Why would you put him to the side and say, you know what? He's going to go all out and that's it. It's done. But then you're going to try to revive him and bring him back in a multiverse. Makes no sense. Then you keep on getting more and more out of control with this whole multiverse. And but this is a variant and this is another one. But it just gets more confusing. You see what I'm saying? Fans like me, that's too much. I'm not gonna go ahead and read the book, read the comics, follow the comics, compare it with the movie because it's just too much. A lot of us just watch the movie and that's what we're pretty much into, the whole cinematic experience. And I don't need a video game to connect and explain, oh well, this is part of the movie, but then this comes and then you have a show. It's overwhelming. You see what I'm saying? It's too much. But when you have things where you're established in your universe and you know, okay, this is gonna open the door, but it's gonna be connected to this one big universe in the sense where this doesn't touch with that, but if it does connect into a piece of this, it all makes sense and it makes you see the picture much more big than what it is. And overall, that's what you want. You want to have your audience where, like, okay, wow, I see what's building up. Could it be that? Oh, I don't think so. And then it just leaves you in shock. Like, whoa, who would have thought? You know, a 360 when you least expect it, you know? And let's be real. When we were watching Avengers, and especially at Endgame, I knew something big was going to go down, but I didn't know it was going to be that big with Iron Man. I didn't know that Iron Man was going to give his life and be like, you know what, that's it, it's over. And then now look at the situation that Marvel is in. They don't have an Iron Man anymore. But what about War Machine? What about the other characters that are like him? They could have been capitalized and brought those characters to the spotlight. But again, they keep on keeping them in the back burner, in the shadow, that nobody really knows about them. Not everybody's familiar with War Machine. To me, he's more badass than Iron Man. But if you don't have Iron Man in your timeline anymore, use whoever is going to be his backup. Okay, for Arkham, what is it, Arkham Knight? And on that one is where Batman pretty much retires and he's done. But then Gotham Knights, they try to bring him back in the game, and it's like they take him out fully in Suicide Squad, you know, okay, the Justice League. And it sucks because it's like, hold on, you just took out your main character. Why? Like, that doesn't make sense. Who and what's going to replace that? Nobody, because that's your main key character. Why would you take him out? That's why when they do these things in all of these type of whatever genre entertainment that they're trying to do, it pretty much throws the audience off. And not only does it throw them off, but it also just confuses them because they're like, hold on, this is another version, but this one, he's from a different universe and this one's from a different world. It just gets more out of control, like what they've been doing with Marvel. And DC tends to do a lot. This is from this Earth and this is from that Earth. Why? Like, we don't need so many things that are out there. Like it's just too much. You know, I like what they did with Spider-Man. What it was, the cartoon one that they did, the animated one. That one was pretty dope. The multiverse or whatever, the Enter the Multiverse, that was pretty good. The way that they did it, because they focused on the main ones while showing you that there's variants around across, the multiverse and whatever universes and stuff like that. But then what we see in Deadpool and Wolverine, it gets a little too much with that end, with that, what, like almost the end scene when you see Lady Deadpool and all the variants of Deadpools. It's nuts to me. It's like, whoa, this was a little bit too much, and it just confuses you. But at the same time, it's, I mean, what can I say? It's like, I don't know. It just confuses people more and stuff like that. All right, so let me take some comments. So if you want to drop your comments, go ahead and post them. All right, so I see y'all. I appreciate y'all for watching and all that good stuff. Here we go. If it doesn't show, just let me know, because apparently the app is having problems and things are showing and not showing. So I apologize for that. All right, so let's see. Gun is as good as out, and Zach will be back. DC Studios hopefully gets shut down too. Yeah, I'm sure something's gonna be happening big with DC Studios and everything that's been going on right now. So I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. All right, so let's see. Yeah, the same here. I'm tired of comedy superheroes, honestly. There's just too many. All right. You like the comic panel with the heist? Is that a guy in a clown mask? Yeah. Okay. So let me talk about that real quick, just to break it down with you guys on that scene. Yes, it's going to be a heist. It's going to really bad. I don't know what's going on, but apparently StreamYard is having issues with their connections. I don't know exactly what's going on, but yeah, let me know if you guys hear me good. You guys hear me clear? Yeah, apparently there's a issue with the. Yeah, talking about that comic panel that I'm working on, it is going to be about a heist. It's going to be a lot of action. There's going to be some slow motion scenes in there within the comic, and of course, like I said, this is going to be inspired with the style with what Zach does, but of course, having my own style and taste to it and things like that. So, that's what I'm pretty much going to be doing. Hey, what's going on, Jaeger 101? Appreciate you checking in. Really, truly appreciate it. I like your content. I'll be watching your stuff all the time. Real good stuff with the reviews and everything you be posting up. And for sure with those Batman versus Superman figures that you be posting, I really appreciate you giving us updates and stuff on that with that. But yeah, so when it comes down to what I'm doing with this whole comic thing, it's just gonna be something new, different, original, but at the same time, be inspired by some elements and here and there with Marvel and DC sense of so many things out there just to give you guys something new and different. It's not going to be a copy and paste. It's gonna be my own thing. It's gonna be my own original thing. And like I said, this whole opening, if you want to say, is introducing everyone to this new character that I'll be putting out. Like I said, he's not a good guy. He's not a bad guy. He's just in the middle where he has to do what he has to do to stop all of these thugs, all these criminals, and whatever he has to face and stuff like that. Because it's gonna be a whole different take in the sense where is this gonna go? I have no idea, but I know it's gonna be good because as I'm building it, it's all coming together. It's nuts because I'm like just drawing. I don't have a story to go with it. It's just acting itself. It's like life is telling me, hey, look, this is what you're share with y'all real soon because now the final drawings of the sketches are ready to go. Now what's next? It will be I have to work on that cover. I have to work on like that different in the sense where it's going to be good entertainment, and that's what we need. We actually need that good type of entertainment, and I'm here to bring it to you. Because a lot of people in this industry have forgotten what good entertainment is. And whatever entertainment that you like, you have to support it. And I get it, not everything, because we're fans of everything, but not of everything that they put out. Because, like I said, I'm a Batman fan, I'm a Marvel fan. I like all these stuff, like same thing with video games and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna go out and pretty much get everything or watch everything just because, like to each their own. We're gonna like and enjoy some things with whatever content is put out there. I'm sure, there's movies out there that this is my all-time favorite, and I want more of it. And the same thing with a book. Probably there's some books out there that like that you enjoy and stuff like that. And whatever it is that you enjoy, even when it comes to collecting. Look, I'm a collector myself, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna go ahead and collect everything from one line or from everything that's in this hobby. No, I'm only gonna collect what I know I like, what gets my attention, and what is pretty much like catering to me. Because just because they put out certain things, it's like, for example, now what we see with what James Gunn is trying to do with Superman, it's not my type of Superman. I'm just not going to watch it because it doesn't appeal to me, and everything that he's putting out. I prefer the Snyderverse. The same thing with Transformers. Not everything that the Transformers put out, I'm gonna go out and buy it because there's some things that to me are just not appealing to me. But there's some things that there is, and I prefer the live action, and this is not for me. But I get it, to each their own. There are fans that want the animated versions, and that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that, And this is why I want to do this. This is why I'm telling you guys straight up from the beginning before I start with this, that this comic that I'm working on, it's going to be R-rated. It's going to be for mature people in the sense where like this is not going to be jokes and bright and colorful and cheerful and happy like Marvel. No, this is going to be like almost like in the DC style, where this is going to be dark. It's going to be serious. It might have some jokes here and there because, of course, I'm not going to have it just all serious and stuff, but it's not going to be the sense where like, oh wow, James Gunn type of jokes. No, nothing like that. Because of course you have to add a little bit of humor just because some things do require it, and so nobody can be like, oh well, you take it too serious and it's just nothing but depressing. No, it's not that. It's just some things, and there's a occasion and a time for everything. So you can't have in the middle of a war and they crack a joke. It makes no sense. You see what I'm saying? So just to keep y'all posted, that one scene, it will be action. It will be with slow mo scene, shots in you and leading into who this character is and why is he doing what he's doing. Because I'm sure a lot of us are going to be able to relate to him just because he's not going to have no superpowers. He's going to have some type of things to work with and get around with, and it's just going to make sense. I want it to be a more grounded character where we can relate to somebody. It's like, okay, that's believable. Like he didn't get bit by no animal or no insect and he got superpowers, or like he was born as a god. Nothing like that. He's just gonna be a regular type of person that just decides to take why is he doing it? That's what we're about to find out. And like I said, I'm working on these storyboards. I will be showing and sharing with y'all some of the pictures and stuff like that, because there's another one that I want to share with y'all soon. And just to tease it, just to build up with the sketch of what I'm doing, so I know a lot of y'all gonna enjoy that, hopefully. But again, it's good entertainment. I don't plan on putting no type of SJW content. It's just gonna be good, fun content in the sense where, okay, this is happening. Where is it heading? And now I see why everything is happening. It's taking place and stuff like that, because you just want to have that, and that's what I want to give to the audience, some good entertainment. Like I don't want to, fill all this content with like messages and agendas and nothing of that. No, no, no. We're here for good entertainment, and that's what I'm trying to do, because we need that. The same way that Zack Snyder gave us, the same way that David Ayer gave us, and the same way that Michael Bay gave us, all that good stuff. It's like that's what I want to bring to the audience also, and give something right now in comic format. Who and what can take off from this, I don't know. But from what I've been, hearing, and the feedback that I've been sharing, it's like this is the product here. Like this is probably the next thing. So hopefully it is. But again, I want to bring that exclusive to you, the viewer, the fan, the audience, because it's thanks to y'all that you guys are, believing and motivating me to do this. And it's like, what? That's all we can do, like just put out something good. And like, I'm not really good at writing, but don't let that worry you, because I'm getting some help with that, in the sense that, okay, there's a proofreader that's guiding me and stuff like that. But in the drawings and the style, in the sense where it's like, okay, I see where you're going with this, much that can come from this. And like looking at it, I'm like, damn, I can't wait. I just want to share it with y'all. I'm ready to show and share the name, what the official name is. I'm so excited to share it with y'all. And it's gonna be something that All right. So let me know if you can hear me. But all right, I think I'm just gonna end the stream in a few, just because this app is giving me so many problems, and just trying to set up the equipment right now. It's a little bit of a hassle. But I think what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm just gonna make a video real quick. I'm gonna put a few pictures, not that much, and I will follow up with what we were just talking about. That way you guys can, go ahead and leave your comments and stuff like that. So let me just go ahead and look at a few more comments, and then I'm about to get going, so I can probably come back later and we can keep on talking and stuff like that. But yeah, this whole app is pretty shitty right now. But that's what happens sometimes. This is what happens when you go live. It just happens with it. We see it all the time. All right, so let's see. Yeah, there is something that Zack Snyder posted up today. I'm not sure what that's about. I guess it's something new that he's working on or something he announced, but I have to look into it. It's kind of different, so I don't know what to think of it honestly. But I'm sure I don't know. It's probably something that he's working on. Let's see what happens. So, I haven't looked too much into it yet, but it's probably gonna be something I don't know. Honestly, I really don't know what to think of it. Um, all right, so yeah, let me see. All right, what up, Sean? What up? I see you. Appreciate you watching. Yeah, it's not that I'm gonna put a lot of humor, but I will put some type of humor, a little bit, because just to like make it a little bit more interesting and stuff like that. But the main thing is not gonna be humor, so you guys don't need to worry about that. It's not gonna be no shitty James Gunn style. It's just gonna be some good old entertainment. All right, so let's see this one right here. I went to Comic Con. I saw a bunch of Snyderverse merch, no Penguin merch. Yeah, that's what's starting to come out, especially when we have New York Comic Con that's coming up. They're trying to push and promote heavy. What is it? The Penguin and Creature Commandos that nobody cares about. It's like not interesting and stuff like that. All right, so yeah, I get you. People are tired of a comedy with the superheroes and stuff. Yeah, I'm one of them. I'm tired of that. Exhausting. I don't need to see too much comedy and stuff like that. So we'll see that. But yeah, let me get going because this connection is probably gonna crash any second. So keep posted and I'll catch you on the next vid. All right. Appreciate y'all for watching. We'll catch up on the next one.